China is one of the countries that has been severely impacted by desertification, and most of the deserts are found in the northern part of China. And it's a huge challenge to China's environmental protection and ecological conservation. And in the 70s, the central government and the Central Committee has made the decision to build this shelterbelt forest project in the east, north, and western north, as well as the northwest, northeast, and northern part of China, and has several terms of project. And currently, we are at a critical period for fighting desertification. And in 2023, when General Secretary Xi Jinping was supervising work in Inner Mongolia, he has pointed out that in less than 10 years, we will win this battle against desertification in the Three North regions and complete this Green Great Wall project in the northern part of China. And we will stick to scientific management of desert. So the protection of environment is key to the conservation of ecology. And from today on, the CMG will be launching this special series for the Three-North Shelterbelt Forest Programs. And let's take a look at what's happening in the northern part of our country. This is the Kuqi Desert of Inner Mongolia. In the past, this used to be a place for severe desertification, but over the past about 20 years, we have seen major improvement in terms of the coverage of forest. This is Babusha Forest of Gansu province, and we can see multiple types of trees such as haloxylon and also poplars. And you can see that in the past, this place is severely affected by desertification, and currently a new green belt has been built. This is Tongguan of Shanxi province. You can see that this is the place of the Yellow River and Tonghe River and Luohe River. And this is the intersection of the three rivers. You can see that the forest coverage has been effectively recovered. This wetland is in Ningxia Autonomous Region. This is one of the most important ecological corridor in the Yellow River in Ningxia Autonomous Region. This is now a natural habitat for a lot of migrant birds. This is Kukaya County of Aksu in Xinjiang Autonomous Region. This place suffered from severe sandstorms and up to 100 days a year. In the past 20 years, many major forestation projects took place here. And this is in the Daxing Forest of Heilongjiang province. This is one of the most important forestation area in our country. And it's a natural shelter belt in the northern east part of China, and forestation has bring back life and dynamic to this place. The Three-North Shelterbelt project covers 13 provinces, municipalities, and autonomous regions in the northern part, and it covers more than 500 counties with a hectare with the floor space of about 500 million hectares. And it also includes major forests, major deserts in the eight major forests in northern part. Currently, we are at the 6th term of the Three-North project. And you can see these are the areas for the so-called the major battles of this term. These are the 3 battles, and currently we have reporters that are from the key areas of the 3 battlefields against desertification. Let's hear from them. Hello everyone. I'm now at Erdos of Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. Currently, we are at the rainfall season of Inner Mongolia, and the area of desertification is about 200,000 moles. In the past, we mainly rely on manual work, but currently you can see that the drones now take over. There are also robots that are doing the dirty work and the planting of the forests. Now let's take a look. Now let's talk to Wang Xi, another reporter. Hello everyone. I'm right now at Youyu, a prefecture of Shanxi province. This forest has different kinds of varieties of trees. The first term of the Three-North Forest took place here, and we will talk to you more about the details later. Hello everyone, I'm now at Shanxi province. This is the biggest freshwater lake in the central part of China, and currently you can see that there are a lot of migrant birds that choose here as their natural habitat. And we will bring special report concerning ecological environment in this place. In the 3 decisive battles, our goal is to build this joint program of forestation at the edge of the desert. And currently we have 14 Tier 1 projects. We also have forest from Tianzhu and Aksu of Xinjiang. So Wang Yuan, can you tell us more about the situation in Xinjiang? This is from Gansu province. As you can see, that this place has a very large and wide coverage of forest, and this is at the edge of the desert, at the edge of the desert, and is key place for water source conservation. So what are the highlights here? And we will take a look at this place in future programs. Hello everyone, I'm at Aksu of Xinjiang. And this is one of the key projects for water conservation.
好的，那另外我们还有2路记者正在东部的科尔沁和浑善达克沙地歼灭战的现场。这里的目标任务就是
We also have reporters that are doing special report concerning the conservation and restoration of forests and lakes.
好的，主持人，我现在所在的位置是辽宁省阜新市的张武县，这里地处科尔沁沙地的南缘。
Hello everyone, I'm right at Liaoyuan, and this used to be a very big desert, and currently you can see that a large area of pine trees are constructed here and now has become the guardians for this place.
那如今张子松的长势如何？他又迎来了哪些新的伙伴呢？在节目当
We
中，
will share with you some of the situations here in later programs. Hello everyone, I'm at Qiqihar of Heilongjiang province. You can see that all of the farmlands here are protected by the shelterbelt forests, and they are planted here to realize better water conservation and guard against the loss of water and soil. These forests are built for the special programs, and what kind of varieties of trees are here, and we will take a look together later.
好的，那至此我们的各路记者已经亮相了，也介绍了他们各自点位的总体的情况。那么在3大标志性战役当中，黄河几字湾攻坚战是3大仗义的。
Thank you for all the reporters, and now let's focus on the water and forest conservation in the N-shaped curve of the Yellow River, and this is a special region in the Yellow River streams, and you can see that this is a very diverse ecological environment and has forests, the pastures, and wetland, forest, and desert, and so on. So this is also a key place for ecological conservation. It has plains of Hetao and Fenghe plains and Weihe plains. These are very fertile places with very large that are major producers for agricultural products. But it's also surrounded by multiple deserts as well as the Loess Plateau. So it's also the major source of sandstorms and also the source for the debris in the Yellow River ridges. It also has several major lakes and wetlands. To win this battle, we need to address the problems concerning water conservation and river conservation, and the loss of water and soil, and forestation, and as well as desertification and salinization. So these are the major constraints for the development of this region.
在主战场之一的内蒙古，阴山贺兰山构筑起生态脊梁，但是在山与山
In
的
the Inner Mongolia,
季风直下，卷起沙土，
we could see that it's key to fight against the encroaching desert. And now let's take a look at the situation in Inner Mongolia first. We can see that the winning of the battle here is key to the fulfillment of the goals of the project. So now let's talk to our reporter Huang Shan in Inner Mongolia. Thank you. Right now, we are live streaming from the helicopter above the Yellow River and at the N-shaped turn of the Yellow River. Right now is the season for irrigation. The rainfall is not quite abundant, so that you can see that the flow of the water is quite slow, and large area of the banks are now exposed. Yellow River contains large proportion of sand, so where does the sand come from? Partly from the upper reaches, and partly from the local desert. According to the latest statistics, the percentage of sands is about 500 grams per cubic meters at the current season. It has been reducing over the years. So what is the reason for the reduction? We can see that the far end up through our lens, you can see there's a desert. That is a Cookie Desert, and it's about 10 kilometers from the Yellow River. This land used to be suffering from severe desertification and salinization, so the local government faces great challenges in terms of combating salinization and desertification, so as to turn the deserted land into fertile farmland. And now you can see that the project has taken effect. After purification, the water of the Yellow River can be used for industrial purpose for the local people, and also the desert has been transformed into a new agricultural base, producing major products such as fruits and notably watermelons. This is a Cookie Desert with a total area of about 10,000 square meters. It is the closest desert to Beijing, and it used to be expanding very fast. However, in the past year, its expansion has been curbed. The major reason for that is the green belt that you can see here. This belt, this shelter belt, is like a guardian that has stopped the intrusion and the invasion of the deserts. You can see different varieties of trees and shrubs. It is very difficult to construct forest in the midst of desert. The local government has come a long way in terms of forestation in order to improve the structure of the soil. Right now, the forest is growing and has become guardians for the local forest, for the local residents. By 2030, the scope of this shelterbelt forest will be further expanded. So, how do we improve the efficiency of communication in this place? As you can see, the expressway has been built in the midst of the desert. Altogether, there are 7 expressways in the midst of the Kubchi Desert. Has greatly improved the communication between people as well as the logistics of this region. We need to further fix the desertification, especially those sand dunes, and prevent them from moving so as to prevent sandstorms from happening. Can you see the grids on the ground? And these are installations to prevent the dunes from moving. And you can also see red flags flying everywhere, signifying that the local people are trying to build the sand shields. They will be working here all day during daylight. Imagine how hard it would be to build this kind of infrastructure, this kind of structure in the midst of desert and at this season. And right now, you could see a vast area of solar panels, and this is the solar panel mills, and they are like sunflowers that are changing their angles according to the different position of the suns, so as to better reflect sunlight. And in the midst of the panels and all these arrays, you could also see shrubs and forest in between. So with the efforts of generations after generations of hard work here, 1/3 of the desert has been well managed, and that's not the end of the story. The story is still ongoing. You can see vast land of green forest and also this big array of solar panels. They are all important means for the prevention of desertification. So Huangshan has taken us to the midst of the desert in Ordos, and now let's hear from Li Xingman, who is at another location for desertification prevention. Hello everyone, I'm at the west end of Kubchi Desert. Not only has we not ceased our steps to prevent desertification, we are strengthening the effort in this regard. So you all know about the solar power generation and also the PV panels. So this is now the new model for the desertification prevention. Now you can see that all of these trucks are trying to smoothen the land, so as to build the arrays for the solar panels. They are working in different shifts to trying to flatten the dunes. So you can see a lot of bulldozers that are working here to flatten the area so as to build the solar panel, the solar power stations. And what are these on the ground? These are fixation network for the solidification of sand, so as to prevent the sandstorms from moving. This is the new model for desertification prevention. So this is a very integrated system for prevention and control of desert. This is like the first line of defense against desert. From this road, you can see that different kinds of shrubs are built along the ways, forming a green belt. This belt is built around the exterior of the power station. And the last line of defense would be the PV panels. This is a new PV project in Ordos. And at the exterior of the panels, there are forests and also shrubs that are growing in between. So this is a new model for prevention and control of desert. And the total area for PV power station here is about 390,000 moles. A lot of businesses have been participating in this building of the so-called Blue Sea. Thank you. So this is the latest model for prevention and control of desertification. In every 5 years, China would be launching a special survey concerning the desertification of the country, and this is the latest number. The total space for desertification is about 2.5 million square kilometers and has been reducing by 37,000 square meters compared to the level of 2014. So this kind of sand shields is key to the prevention control of desert. So what kind of shields are there? Let's take a look at the different kinds of prevention methods in the Kupchi Desert. This is an experiment that we have done, and you can see at the left-hand side, it is the situation with the sand shields, and the right-hand side is the one without. As you can see that these are the shrubs that we built years ago, but due to the heavy sand and wind, it's severely affected. So we have to build sand shields first. These are the sand shields that we build to protect the growth of the forests and shrubs. In some flattened area, these shrubs are built into the shapes of cubics. The smaller the cubics, the better the effect. This is also the stone shields. It is mostly used in between and alongside the roads. These are actually sand shields. We put sand into these packets. It is very easily made, but it's the defect is that it could be covered by sand. This is also another type of sand shields. We use cloths to serve as the shields against the sandstorms to prevent the sands from coming into the land. We have different types of sand shields, and our most ideal effect is to consolidate and solidify the sand. After the growing of the forests and shrubs, the soil quality will be made firmer. It will not be so loose. So that is the ultimate goal for this effort. Welcome back to the program. This is the biggest wetland of Wuliangsu Hai in the N-shaped turn of the Yellow River. It is a natural ecological shield to protect the inland from the intrusion of sandstorms in the north. At the north of this wetland is the Wuliangsu Desert, and the southern part would be the plateau of the Yellow River. So this is a very complex and sophisticated ecological system with the water, forests, mountains, and farmland, as well as desert. So it's very complicated, and it needs very intricate plans for the management.
机械声轰鸣，湖面上挖机和渔船正在作业。
你好，师傅。你好。咱们这是在进行什么这个作业操作呢？
So the staff here are trying to clean the river, to clean up the river, to improve the water quality. So this is the process for the streamlining of the river. In the past, this river is filled with this kind of yellow algae, and the foul smelling is really hard to stand. It has a large containment of nitrogen, and so the environment has been deteriorated. The major project of management began in 2008. The first term took place from 2008 to 2018, but we believe that the first term is not specific enough. Therefore, a more comprehensive project has been launched, during which the first step of that is to the ramification of the sewage processing plant. Stricter standard for sewage management and processing has been launched. The key and key goal is to improve the water quality of the Wuliangsu Hai region. In order to better manage the ecological condition of the Wuliangsu Ecological Protection Center, it is important to have this comprehensive plan that consolidates the management of desert, forests, mountains, farmland, and rivers. All of these factors have to be included in the plans. This is also an improvement, important farmland. So most of the effort been put into the control and conservation of water and fertilizers in the arable land areas. It needs to be green, but also need to ensure protection.
看这个水清澈透明，无色无味。那这杯水不仅仅是此时此刻乌梁素海的水，更是汇入整个下游的黄河水。
As you can see, the water quality now has been greatly improved and has been submitted and identified as one of the most successful cases for ecological conservation. The status of this region has been greatly improved. The process is still ongoing. It takes time for it to recover. Through the video clip, we can see this massive improvement in terms of ecological conservation in this region. So all of the efforts start from one lake but has been expanded to the entire ecological environment. So we cannot loosen up our effort in this regard. So how about the situation now? Let's hear from our reporter. Thank you. Currently, you can see that I'm doing the live streaming from a boat. And we are here to check out the water quality of the Wuliangsu-hai Nure. The local environmental authorities are checking water quality on the regular basis, and these are portable devices. You can read the meters in a timely fashion. According to the latest statistics, as you can see, that the pH level is 8.89. So it is within the reasonable range and is up to standard. So we have automatic checking as well as the manual testing. These statistics will be reported back to the local authorities so as to further adjust the plan for the prevention control of desertification and also ecological conservation. There are a lot of plantations as well as this kind of water plants under the lake, and this is an important habitat for a lot of the aquatic animals, water animals, and also key to prevent the oxidation. And also they can contribute greatly to the improvement of the water quality as well as the prevention of eutropia.
那我们可以看呢，顺着我们船航行的方向，在我的前方呢，看到有一艘正在运转的
Now we
设
can
备。
see
这
a
个设备呢，就
equipment
是
that's
水跑的
working
清
here.
理
It
机。
is
那在您
trying
看不到的
to
水下呢，其实是安装了
clean
剪
up
刀，可以
this
把水
some
草
of the
呢从
excessive
底下剪断，
water
再通过
plan.
齿轮和传送带呢清理出来。像这样的清理工作呢，
This
还要进
kind
行
of
一段时间。
cleaning
在
up
乌梁素
work
海
will
呢，除了
be
正在清理
ongoing
的水草，
for
还有
several
一种植物
days,
呢，
and
也
another
可以
water
在
plant
进
will
去。就是我们
also
现在所看
affect the
到
water
的连线的
quality.
芦苇。乌梁素海呢，芦苇是非常多的。那现在的芦苇呢，已经有
That
1米
is
多高了。
the
芦苇一片
reeds
一片的连成
over
线呢，可以
there.
把湖水围
They
起来。
will
这样
be
呢，水的流动
surrounding
性
the
呢
water
会
so
减
as
差，
to
同时呢，芦
reduce
苇
the
过滤呢，也
fluidity
会
of
导致它
the
通风性
water.
减弱。那随着
With
温
the
度的升
rising
高
of the
呢，水质
temperature,
呢
they
也
will
容易变
also
坏。所以
be
呢，在这里这个问题上呢，
causing
当地也想到了
pollution
一些
in
办
the
法。大家可
water.
以看，在芦苇丛中纵横交错的叫做碗格水道。
In
它分
between
开的有
these
20米，可以让
reeds,
小型的
we
船
have
只通
built
过。
these
那么目前呢，
boat
在整
channels
个乌
to
梁素
allow
海碗格水
boats
道
to
呢，
come
有
over.
53条，180多公里。
The
这
total
样呢，就可以
length
起
of
到
such
通
channel
航、
is
通风和
about
通水的作用，
180
增加水
kilometers.
动力，让乌梁素海
This
的湖
will
水呢
help
在
with
内
the
部就流动起来，
with the
这样可以
flowing
降低水
and
质
the
恶化的
fluidity
风
of
险。
the
那么一路上
of
在
the
湖西行
lakes.
进，我们监测了水质。
We've
那么也
tested
看到了
the
为了
water
改善和
quality
保持水质，
and
人们
also
所
the
做出
effort
的
for
努力。
us to
那么
improve
随
the
着
water
水质的改
quality.
变，整个生
So
态
what
系统有
kind
什么
of
变化呢？我们来的
changes
这段时间呢，刚好赶上乌梁素海鸟类的繁育期。
have
一路
been
走来呢，
made?
其实我们发现有很多种水
You
鸟。
can see the
这
one of
个
the
水鸟呢
clearest
叫
sign
黄头 PT，
is
它最不怕
the
人了，
different
经常呢带着刚出
varieties
生的鸟
of
宝宝出来溜达
water
溜达。
birds
同
and
时呢，乌梁素海
migrating
也是
birds.
疣鼻天
You
鹅的
can
主
see
要繁育
different
地。疣鼻
varieties
天
such
鹅
as
是我国的2级
swans
保护动物。其实啊，它
and
对
a
生
lot
活
of
环境的
very
质量
precious
要求是比较高，
species,
通常会选择那些
such as
水域
this
宽
kind
阔、
of
水质
swan
好、食
is
物丰富的
a
地方呢来
level
栖息。
2
这段
protection
时间
species
呢，
at the
小疣鼻
national
天鹅
level,
已经开
and
始
this is
复活
also
了。
the
那么刚出生的疣鼻天鹅呢是
breeding
溜球的，
season
我
for
们看到
them.
的有一家7口的，也有一家8口的。
You can
这些
see
年
some
呢，随着
some
当
baby
地的
swans
水质
have
的转
been
好，那每年来到乌梁素海栖息的疣鼻天鹅呢有
that have
600
just
只左右。
born
那
and
么在当地人心
and
目
are
中，整个
living
乌梁素海
happily
有哪
here
些
in
变
this
化呢？
region.
在我旁边就是乌梁素海海区管理大队的大队长刘文斌，刘大哥，
Now
让我
let's
们来
talk
跟
to
他聊
Mr.
一聊。
Liu,
刘大哥呢，在您心中乌梁素海发生了怎样的变化呢？
one of the local environmental protectors here. In the recent years, we see an increasing number of water birds that chose the Wuliangsu Hai as their new habitat, and their numbers of variety has been improved.
看您说的时候都是乐呵呵的。
And it's my privilege to see such a great improvement
就
over the
像刘大
years,
哥说的一样，家乡变美
because
了，
this
自己的
is
心也跟着美
his
了起来。
home,
此时此
and
刻，在这水天之间，给我最深
it
刻的
is
感
such
受
a
就是
pleasant
乌
feeling
梁
to
素海
see
尽
the
显生机。
ecological
那现在
environment
呢，我们的船
improving.
只已经行进到了南岸
We're
的码头附
now
近了。
at
当地
the
人在改善水质上还
southern
有哪些
part
办法
of
呢？
the
这段时
Dork,
间呢，
and
他们正在
as you
争
can
执
see
放
that
流。那么希
another
望呢，通过这样的
project
方式呢，可以达到
is
水
going
草、
on
水
here,
藻和鱼类
trying
的
to
动态平
improve
衡，用
the
鱼来治水。目
varieties
前
and
整个乌梁
numbers
素海
of
的
a
水质
number
呢
of
是整体稳定在五类，局部
fish
区域呢是
in
优于五类。但是想要
in the
守护
river
好这颗
and
在
in
林中
this
为
water
子孙后代留
water
下一个
body.
山清水秀、空气新的美丽家园，需要用
This
心
kind
治
of
理、精
efforts
心呵护，
has
一
to
以贯
be
之，
carried
久久
on
为功。小峰，
in
以上就是我
in
在
the
乌梁
future.
素海发挥的
This
分
is
享。
my live report
好
from
的，非常感谢
Wuliangsu
陈晓的
Hai,
报道。那
Newark.
离开了山清水秀的乌梁素海，接下来我们要去到地处山西西
Now
北
let
部
us move
与
on
内
to
蒙
Shanxi
古交界
province,
的
and
右玉县。
we'll
这里
take
距
you
离
to
毛乌素沙地有
Youyu
100多公里
Prefecture,
远，而这里曾经饱受毛乌
which
素
is
镇压
at
的
the
侵
border
金融
of
国成立之后，
another
特别是
famous
三北防
desert.
护林体系建设工程启动以来，右玉县
Um,
干部群民众有定律化不放松，一任接着一任干，把昔日的
called
不毛地
the
也建设成了如今的塞上绿洲。林木
the
绿化率
Maosu
由过去的
Desert.
不足0.03%，
The
提高到了
coverage of forest has
57%，
been
也
improved
有
to
效遏制了风沙。
57%.
三北工程启动
So the
已经有
launching
40
of the
多年了，当
Three-North Shelterbelt Forest began here. And so what are the situation of the shelterbelt forest at the current stage? Let's talk to our reporter.
那现在呢，我们就是在山西右玉县梁家油房中心林场里了哈。
This forest takes up about 7,000 moors. In between these forests, we can see different varieties of trees and shrubs. And also, the forest, the trees are of different ages. The trees, the tall trees are mostly over 40 years old, and they are the first batch of trees have been built about 40 years ago in the first term of the Three-North Shelterbelt Forest Project. This is a desert poplar. As you can see, these trees are now undergoing some damages because of the desertification and also dry weather here. In the normal condition, this kind of trees would have a longer longevity compared to the harsh conditions here. The receding of the protection forest will mean the reducing of prevention of desertification in this area. As you can see that through this experiment, the left-hand side is a healthy tree, while on the right-hand side would be a degenerated tree, that is an old-aged tree. As you can see that the flax on the right-hand side is flowing more severely than the one on the left-hand side. So we need to improve that situation and also build new trees to improve the effect for the prevention and control. So this kind of mixed forestation has a multiple effect. If there is only one variety of tree in a forest, there will be a higher probabilities for this kind of disease or pests going on here. This kind of mixed varieties will help us to prevent that from happening. And this is a very small fir. This is a 12-year-old. 12-year-old spruce tree. You can see some smaller spruce trees here that is only 1 or 2 years old, and will take 2 years for them to grow at only this height. Therefore, it's quite difficult for trees to grow here, and it's even more difficult to ensure that the trees stay for the trees to stay alive and stand high. This place in winter will see low temperatures of -30 to 40 degrees. Only 50% of the trees can survive here. So the local government is trying to improve the survival rate of the trees here. So can you tell us more about the effort, Mr. Wang? The loss of moisture is the key reason for the failure of forestation. And currently, through this kind of new measures, this kind of survival rate has been improved to 80% from 50%. At the end of my part, I'd like to show you two videos that has been taken by our team on our way here. We experienced a major sandstorm on the way. You can see that the visibility is reduced and you cannot see the trees clearly. But in another video, you can see that the visibility is very good. You can see blue sky and white clouds and also green trees. These are two contrasted videos that we shoot on our way here. So without the Three-North Shelterbelt, we will see more frequent sandstorms. So the Three-North project is key to the prevention of sandstorms, and we are looking for more blue skies in the future. That is my part today. Thank you. Well, that is quite a visual as we see these two contrasted videos that you have just shown us. We can see that most of the forests are built in remote areas and deserted land. And through our program, we hope that you could feel how challenging and how difficult it is to continue this kind of programs in such a long time. It is very important to build the right trees in the right places. Now let's take a look at a gardenia. And this is a very special botanical garden at the edge of the desert. And right now we are at Gansu province. As you can see, inside this botanic gardens, there are different varieties that are being reared. And these varieties could also be used to better construct the Three-North Shelterbelt. This is a special variety of peaches. These are the color pears. Where are we growing pear trees here? They are edible, for one thing, but also they can prevent sandstorm. There are more than 680 varieties of desert plants, and they are thriving in the midst of the desert. You can see that this is Sculparium, and they are self-adjusted. Their skin will regenerate several times in a year. This is also a way of self-protection. And also it can prevent the ultraviolet rays. On these leaves, you can also discover this this wax. This is also this most frequently seen trees called the haloxylon.
根据测算，一株3年龄的梭梭成活需要105升水左右，相当于210瓶矿泉水的用量。而一棵市区常见的绿化灌木金边黄杨，耗水量达210升以上。
It will only consume around 105 liters of water for a hexilon tree to grow up. So that is only 50% of the trees or shrubs of the same size in cities. So, is there any new varieties? Yes, we are also trying to rear new varieties. This shrub, for example, is a newly cultivated variety for sandstorm prevention. Its survival rate is up to 95%. How many varieties have been cultivated? The answer is more than 30. A lot of these plants have been introduced to the Shelterbelt project, such as the Xinjiang poplar and also the pine trees. Actually, I am from the Inner Mongolia Autonomous region. When I was young, I frequently would see sandstorms. Each spring, this kind of tree planting activities would take place in my hometown, in my schools. I've been working in Beijing for many years, and each time I go back, I see more green belt, more trees. This will not be possible without the effort of the workers there of one generation after another. So we've taken a look at the N-shaped curve of the Yellow River, and tomorrow we'll take you to more sites to see the situation of the Three-North Shelterbelt.